Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to the original Metal Gear, the final part, and that's why you also don't run up to fight Dirty Doc. He will trap you forever in that pit of despair where if you so much as nudge an inkling, nay, an atom of your being, nah mate, you suddenly die. But yeah, to sort of talk about Revelations as we run away, and return back to Building 3, now that we pretty much have all the available information and hostages saved. Yes, Schneider. He passed away. We're too late! I mean, honestly though, joking aside, it is actually kind of tragic how the one guy who's pretty much been your navigator up until this point is now no more. And of course, Big Boss being a little bit more suspect, you're losing friends left, right, and center, so all you really have to rely on is Diane, who's far away from this place, and of course, well, Jennifer, who is technically here with us, we just don't see her. So yes, the plot is indeed thickening, and I mean, for as simplistic as it is, I really do have to commend Metal Gear for being at least a little bit more on the uptake in terms of video game storytelling, because I mean, I don't want to say that all games at this stage were pretty much just, you, strong man, beat evil bad guy, wizard man, mad scientist, evil soldier guy, whatever. Or, you know, they pull the whole Alex Kidd thing of, oh, don't worry, it was all a misunderstanding all along. But, yeah, Metal Gear was pretty strong on the uptake and did actually have some pretty creative twists in mind, so, yeah. And we are going to be seeing an example of that as we, well, we come to rescue one of the final hostages. Actually, no, I think it is the final hostage. Oh, the tension is getting to me as we go down this long lift. But yeah, as for anything else, we've pretty much defeated the last of the Outer Heaven mercenaries. We've got all the security cards, have as much ammunition as we can get. Yeah, the endgame is upon us, and it's about time we took down that TX-55 Metal Gear. Nothing else can stand in our way, not any soldiers, not any mercenaries. Nobody. Even though Outer Heaven is stated to have more mercenaries on file, but it's neither here nor there in this case. What is something to do with this is this mysterious bandana that showed up in my inventory. You only get this if you've already beaten the game once. I did record the ending, but due to glitching and some fuckery, it unfortunately, well, yeah, I had to re-record this again. Thankfully, Metal Gear 1 is short enough so that I could easily do it, otherwise this pretty much would have been a commentary killer. But yeah, put on the infinite ammo bandana, and as the name implies, have infinite ammo, but I won't be using it against the final boss, but anyway, here's more relevant topics as we save the last hostage. Thank you for releasing me! The Outer Heaven boss is Foxhound's commanding officer, Big Boss! He's behind all of this. Do not let him trick you, Solid Snake! Well then, how do you like that? Big Boss, our commanding officer, was in fact behind this all along. Let's see what the man himself has to say. This is Big Boss, Solid Snake, aboard the mission, return immediately. This is an order, turn off your MSX computer at once! Over. And that was what the GWAI was referencing in Metal Gear Solid 2, but yeah, again, you might notice that I said turn off MSX computer, whereas the dialogue said turn off your device. Yeah, regardless of whether we're playing it on, you know, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Subsistence or, you know, the HD collection, that would actively mention the console, like he'd say turn off your PlayStation 2, turn off your Xbox 360, turn off your PlayStation 3. I guess for the Master Collection version, which is what I'm playing this on, yeah, I guess it says turn off your device for the sake of being a bit more universal, but, I don't know. Would it have really costed them to just change up the dialogue? I mean, it's using a very basic bitch Helvetica font, which, I mean, again, it's really fucking saying something since even I use that in my fucking videos, so come on, don't be as lazy as Solidus-Skully. It's not right, Konami. Well, then again, you did also fuck literally everything up, even though you had some of the most talented developers, talented studios, great list of IPs that you're trying to revive and will probably be shit. But, I'm saying too much. And if you need some help navigating this area with some of the more difficult aspects of it, call Jennifer. She'll pretty much tell you exactly where to go in absence of Schneider. Again, without him pretty much telling you the layout of the Outer Heaven facility, Jennifer's pretty much the one person you're going to be relying on. It makes me incredibly sad that Jennifer never came back in any of the other games, because, I don't know, she's a pretty cool character. I'd imagine if she had more of a role, you know, in terms of like cutscenes and dialogue or whatever, she'd probably have more of a central focus in the story. And I don't know, it's just a bit disappointing that she never really had more of a time to shine, to be honest. And speaking of Jennifer, we have what's pretty much going to be her final line as we enter this next room. Take us away.
This is Jennifer. You're just gonna have to make a run for it. As long as you have some rations left, you'll be okay. Over.
See, look at that. What a beautiful girl. Yeah, this is pretty much also the one countenance of, oh, you don't have any rations? Well, better go back and get some. Okay, come on, Snake. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Dear God, that drains incredibly fucking quickly. But anyway, mic it through here. And here we have the TX-55 Metal Gear itself. Pretty snazzy theme, and yeah, you don't get to fight the actual Metal Gear itself, because I imagine if we did, this would be nigh on impossible because you'd be crushed by its feet. And trying to attach plastic explosives to this thing would be a fucking nightmare. So, all the TX-55 really has to its name is basically just two security camera laser turrets that are there to pretty much protect it. Again, I imagine if this thing was active, it'd probably be using its, you know, little railgun thing and its, well, machine guns to blow us to pieces. Not to mention the fact that it also seems to be, you know, carrying nuclear missiles, so, yeah, pretty dangerous. But if you remember Dr. Madnar's, earlier sequence, yeah, you need at least 16 sets of plastic explosives. Personally, I recommend doing a little bit more because you don't have the entire sequence at hand, and it does take a little bit of trial and error, which can be a wee bit bullshit, but it really depends upon your ability of flipping between plastic explosives and, you know, jumping to and fro between, you know, the cardboard box to avoid the laser fire. So, again, it's not too difficult of a boss fight, probably seems a little bit anticlimactic, but to be honest, I think the overall threat of Metal Gear, the fact that it can launch a nuclear strike anywhere on the planet, and the fact that it's, you know, you desperately have to stop it from being activated, it does kind of give it a bit of a Death Star quality, even if we don't exactly get to see what it happens, but I mean, I suppose given the fact that it is sort of based on real-world terminology, you know, anybody who's even taken a look at nuclear history knows exactly what happened in places like, you know, Hiroshima, you know, Nagasaki, and, you know, stuff like Chernobyl, stuff like that. I mean, I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but, it's never child's play when it comes to nuclear warfare, and it's a good thing that something like that isn't rearing its ugly head in our day and age. You know, our enlightened, reflecting the modern era we live in. Shite from today. So anyway, the point is that, yeah. Thankfully, there's no such thing as a Metal Gear in our sphere.
Emergency. Emergency. The self-destruct sequence for Outer Heaven has been initialized! Exclamation point. All personnel are ordered to evacuate immediately.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. By the way, use the cigarettes and you get an extension on your timer, although if you're good at what you're doing, you don't really need that facet. Solid Snake, I've been expecting you. I am the Supreme Commander of the Foxhound Unit, and the leader of the Fortress of Outer Heaven, Big Boss. I gave this mission to you, a rookie thinking I could use you to fool the rest of the world. But you were too good, you went too far! Too far, I say! Solid Snake, I'm not going down alone, I'm taking you with me. Prepare to die.
This is Diane. I don't know how to defeat Big Boss. Now it's all up to you, Solid Snake. I want to tell you... never mind. Just be careful.
So, yeah. If you want to know how to take out Big Boss, again, he's moving pretty much too fast for you to catch up with him, so basically, bait him out so he can take a shot at you, and just pummel him full of missiles. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Seems a little bit easy for a legendary soldier. I'm tasting a bit of venomous poison in my mouth. Almost as if there was a phantom of the true self. But yes, that was Big Boss, or Venom Snake if you want to believe Metal Gear Solid 5. Things, I mean, we pretty much destroyed all your hard work in that game, so fuck it, that's pretty much the end of it. And this is also why you saved Jennifer's brother, he tells you the right ladder to take. This is Solid Snake. Metal Gear has been destroyed. Operation Intrude N313 was a success. No big deal. Job done. That's all. No big deal. I'm coming back now. Over.
This is Radio KNK. We have an important news flash. Today, before sunrise, a large earthquake was recorded in the vicinity of Galsburg, South Africa. Presenting the Metal Gear staff, Sonic the Hedgehog.
And so that was Metal Gear. The original Metal Gear. All in all, still a pretty fun game. And again, the fact that I'm pretty much uploading this close to Christmas did give me a chance to at least check out some mild feedback by Sir Isaac Fortescue, who couldn't get into the game, barely an hour in, at least at the time he posted that comment, which was, I mean, at least at the time I saw it, barely 5 minutes before I started recording. Yeah, I mean, the original Metal Gear, it probably might seem a little bit too archaic for, you know, way-ins of the modern audience, but I do recommend you stick with it. Again, if you can handle Metal Gear Solid, you can handle this, and while there might be one or two moments that do trip people up, again, pay attention to your radio. If you can listen to, you know, Big Boss, Schneider, Diane and Jennifer, you'll be okay. It might take a little bit of skill and volition on your own part, but again, I think it's a really solidly designed game, especially for the era that it came out. Again, like, I mean, if you're willing to stick with Metal Gear, I think you'll be handsomely rewarded for what you're given. A lot of the gameplay formulas do stick for at least up until Metal Gear Solid 2, if not the Twin Snakes with that updated formula. Even a bit of MGS3, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, gameplay's great. Story, for what it's worth, is actually quite snazzy. It's all fun, really. I'm glad I covered this game. I don't really have much else to say, so I guess in the meantime, what else is next? Well, you're pretty much going to be seeing the rest of Aqua's story in Birth by Sleep. We are jumping immediately to Terra's story right after that, just as soon as I let those parts render. And then... fuck it, who knows, really. Trying to think about what I'm going to cover next year. I'm thinking maybe The Simpsons Hit and Run, maybe, but that might just be because I'm feeling nostalgic and I'm having a bit of a Simpsons binge at the moment, due to Christmas marathon running. Oh well, not much else to say, but on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and Merry Christmas to you all. And to all, I hope you enjoyed the Silent Hill Downpour review on the day itself. Catch you later. Can you hear me, Solid Snake? I'm not dead. Someday, I'll get even with you. Someday, we will meet again.